Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of 12-inch Figure Fanatic. Remember to subscribe after this video. Gustavo Fring. This guy was pretty intimidating as a villain for any TV show I've ever seen. But for one of my favorite shows, which is Breaking Bad, he was definitely a highlight every time I saw him in an episode. So we're going to open up this figure today by Present Toys, and we're actually going to compare it to a figure that I've had for a little bit that has a pretty priceless looking head sculpt. I don't know if this figure could compare, especially since when I reviewed the photos from Present Toys before this figure came out, it looked like there was going to be a few shortcomings in the head sculpt itself. But let's take a closer look and see if I'm right. Like I said, Breaking Bad, awesome show. I think it's the only show I could watch over and over again from start to finish besides the X-Files. And I think I've watched the whole thing 3 times now. Of course, he made an appearance in Better Call Saul, and I think without him, that show might not have done as well as it did. The box, nothing much going on with the box. Los Pollos Hermanos on the back there. A little bit of a tribute to his front that he operated. Okay, so I'm impressed. The head sculpt actually turned out better than it did in the photos, the initial photos. Even the profile looks pretty good. If I had to be critical, maybe something about the eyes is a little bit off. But once you have the glasses on, that should take care of that. Now, some people have tried to do a custom Gus before these became available by taking the Star Wars, I forget his name in Star Wars, but he was a villain in Star Wars, and they just used that head sculpt. But the problem with that is he had gained a little bit of weight by the time he played that role, and his head wasn't as skinny, as narrow. But excellent figure so far. The material on this is very, very stiff, but thin, which I appreciate. And it's got a nice, just enough fold to it, but very crisp as well. The hands, of course, very, very detailed. Not too much as far as the paint goes, so not too much depth to it. The pants are appropriately tailored, not too thick. Looks like the shoes are entire sculpt, and the socks are even painted on. I like it when they have like a ring of material that you can make it look like there's a sock on underneath. The buttons are, looks like stick-on. We'll see how they hold up with time. Looks nice though, but yeah, real great. Yeah, even the belt is done in such a way where it doesn't look so unrealistic and cumbersome. The tie could use maybe some double-sided tape here so that you don't get this appearance, and you can hide the other piece of the tie behind it a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid sculpt. There's a lot of depth to it. You can tell they did some appropriate layering. Yeah. Let's see what else this thing has. All right, so we have the alternative head sculpt. This, of course, is from the iconic last scene featuring him, where the explosion happened and he walks out, and in true form, living up to his character, he adjusted his tie and then just died right there on the spot. Maybe there's some room for detailing a little bit more to make it look a little bit fresh. The blood looks a little bit dark. So then again, I mean, there was an explosion, so he's a little crispy. But yeah, look at that. It's almost like a Two-Face, right? Very gory. And you've got 2 tubs of Los Pollos Hermanos fry batter. And they even got the detailing on the top here. Nutritional label. And that opens up. Fits on very, very loose though. There's really no snugness to it. Just kind of rests on top. Nice touch there. Some alternative hands. nameplate. And you know me from watching my videos, I love nameplates. However, with this one, you don't get an indication of the show. And that maybe that's some good and bad to that. So like if you're wanting to display this alongside your figures from Better Call Saul, then you know, you don't have to worry about it having that logo on here. And same thing with the Breaking Bad. You could kind of put him in either collection. So maybe that's a good thing. But I like it when the nameplate is out here and then you have the logo of the show or the movie, whatever's applicable. And his glasses. And those look a little bit delicate, but there's some ply to it, thank God. Transparent lenses, of course. So let's put that on him and see if that corrects the eye problem. Yep, as I suspected. So once you put the glasses on him, then you really can't identify the shortcomings with the eyes. Very nice. If anything, maybe if I'm being picky, the frame of the glasses are a little too thick, but maybe that was necessary so that it wouldn't be as, you know, so delicate. And then almost missed this. You got your box cutter. Not too much to that. And anything else? No. All right, so we're gonna put this side by side with a figure I bought not too long ago, but we're gonna see how it looks. It's also got a different outfit. All right, so here's the two figures side by side. And in putting them next to each other, what I realized is that the custom figure that I bought not too long ago off eBay is actually the same figure. As you can see, it's the same head sculpt. Different shoes, and obviously a different outfit. This is him in his uniform, if you will, from working the fast food joint. And then this is him sort of off duty running his drug business. So I guess it's just a matter of preference. Now, eventually, I am going to be commissioning from somebody very talented a diorama of a booth at the restaurant. So I'll have him sitting there and maybe even put Heisenberg in there. But excellent figures anyways. So scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a, let's say a 9.0. It goes above and beyond in a lot of areas, and the only real criticism I would say is that the lids don't secure on this too tightly. Big deal, right? And then maybe like I said, the thickness of the glasses. Other than that, solid figure. God, look at, I mean, it's almost photographic how nice that head sculpt is done. Even a slight 5 o'clock shadow. Really good job from Present Toys on this one. Anyways, see you guys next time.